Alright, what's up y'all? Back at it with another video, and this video is going to be a little different. I guess this is my first Q&A video that I remember doing. I'm going to pull up the questions real quick and yeah, we're going to get to it. So first question, where do you get your knowledge from, and did you grow up spiritually? So originally I got my knowledge from, I would say, my mom. My mom kind of instilled a lot of beliefs in me at a young age. She really taught me how to be more mindful, taught me how to meditate. And it's like, at that age, like I would do these things, but I wasn't so like deeply connected to them. Like I didn't really see I guess not to say I didn't see the significance of it. Like I knew it would help, but I was really too involved with trying to figure it out myself. And I feel like as I've gotten older, I've just learned to become more responsible for doing things that will benefit me, like meditation. Like it's in my daily routine now. I meditate and then I pray. Or like being more aware in my day-to-day life, where I won't even take my phone if I'm going to make food for myself, or if I'm just out in public, just walking to class. I won't even listen to music anymore as I'm walking from place to place, just so I can be within the present moment of my own life. Because as a kid, I was very distracted. Like I would say I wasn't diagnosed with ADHD, but I feel like I had a lot of that. Like my mind would just constantly be moving from one thing to the next thing, just rushing through things, not really paying attention to detail, which was my biggest thing growing up. I'm still getting better at it even now. You know what I mean? I've gotten a lot better at it, but there's always still more work to be done. And so to answer your question, I did learn my knowledge a little bit from my mom. However, I do suggest reading books too. Even though I haven't read a lot of books recently, I'm getting back into it, but I've learned a lot of knowledge from reading, from listening to podcasts, just learning more. Okay, next question. What inspires you? I mean, y'all inspire me. The fact that I get to wake up every single day and that I get to serve you guys, that I get to be a guide to you all, that is what I'm here to do. And that's why I create the content I create. That's why I do what I do. And every single time I get like a positive DM, or I get people commenting like, oh, you shifted the way I think, you changed my life. I was depressed and now I'm filled with abundance and happiness. Like that's what keeps me going. The testimonials, like I'm having a positive impact on people. And that means more to me than any fame, any of that. It's purpose over everything. And it's more just meaningful. It's way more meaningful. And so this is also another tip for anybody who's even trying to do content creation. Don't do it for the sole fact of, oh, I want to make money. Like, yes, it can provide you with that. That can be an addition, but that shouldn't be your main reason, your main fuel for why you pursue a craft like content creation. It has to be to serve people in some way. And it doesn't have to be in the way I serve. It can be in the way of, let's say you're a comedian and you make people feel better. You provide people with a safe space to relax, loosen up. Or if you're a trainer, you're trying to teach people how to build the dream body they want and desire. Anything you do has to have some sort of substance in regards to the content you produce on social media. It has to have some substance. It can't just be to look cute and look pretty and get all the likes and views. Like that shit don't mean shit. It don't mean nothing at the end of the day. So that's just a little tip right there. But anyways, next question. How to stay neutral even when we're triggered? So I mean, one thing I do when I'm within a negative feeling, where something externally or maybe even internally may cause me to feel a way that is opposing to any positive feeling. Something I do is I choose to observe this feeling. I allow myself to feel that emotion, see it for what it is. Like you really have to be an observer in your own body to feel your emotion. Like, okay, I'm feeling a little irritated right now. I can sense that this has the potential to make me feel irritated, but I get to choose if I allow it to overcome me. I get to choose that. What do I look like allowing something so insignificant, even though yes, it may make me feel some type of way? What do I look like allowing that really mundane thing or insignificant thing be the reason why my day is ruined? We have to remember we are in control of our reaction to any situation. It's not to say that, oh, you're just gonna be happy all the time, even through the bullshit. Yeah, but I mean, allowing yourself to be in a negative feeling doesn't do anything for you. So why not choose to give your attention to something more positive? Why not choose to let go and release any anger you may have? So of course, one, process that feeling towards whatever the circumstance is, but then to release that and to give your attention to something more meaningful, something more positive that is beneficial to you. We gotta protect our peace more. Crashing out never does anything for us. It never has and never will. So we have to choose better for ourselves. And that means choosing a more positive attitude so we can continue to live our life in peace, not negativity and just anguish and anger. So next question, how did you start and what motivated you to start? So I'm guessing this question is in terms of content creation in general. So I was a fashion creator before I was a self-improvement content creator. And I started 2024, like the start of 2024. And it did work well for me. I was able to gain around 6,000 followers within the first 4 to 5 months. So it was significant growth. But then as it got to that 5th month, I became very stagnant and my content wasn't growing. It wasn't performing at all. And that's really because I was doing what everybody else did in a sense. There was nothing that really separated me. And I remember being in the car with my mom and her girlfriend and them both being like, Zion, in order for your content to really grow, in order for it to be something even more meaningful, you have to serve people in some way. It's like I've always been that type of friend where if you're going through something, I'm gonna be there for you. Or it's like I just have good advice. I've always just been the friend with good advice. And the thing is, I've always loved being of service to people in that way. I just never did it on a broader scale, like helping people on the internet. So I decided to give it a shot. And let me tell you, I think the shift was the greatest thing I ever did because the content was way more meaningful and I feel like I had more of a purpose to keep on going because of the impact I was making. Seeing you guys reach out to me again and saying how much my content had a profound impact or shifted your perspective in a way, that meant a lot. That meant I was doing something purposeful. But yeah, that's really what started me with my content creation journey, and all the growth and all the success I've been able to achieve so far has been it's all because of God. I don't even like to say it's me in a sense. Like, yes, I'm creating the content. Yes, I'm putting it out, but the messages that flow through me, that's all due to Him. I'm really a vessel that is carrying out His messages, just creating the vision that He has and just bringing that vision to life. And so it's just a blessing to be a part of that and to be of service to Him in that way. Next question, favorite book/movie that changed your outlook on life? So honestly, I don't think I have a favorite movie. I'm more like a rom-com fanatic. So nothing really changed my perspective on that. But a book that changed my life, I would probably say The 4 Agreements. I highly suggest y'all read that book. It didn't really change so much of my life. It did play a part in shifting my perspective a little bit and seeing the world from a different view. If you're just trying to learn more about the relationship you have with yourself and how it can reflect not only you, but your external world as well. Honestly, I think something that changed my life was more so a podcast. Not a podcast, but he gives podcast vibes, but you already heard me talking about him. Profound Pondering, yes. He played a big part in shifting my own perspective. So, anyways, next question. What can I really do to be able to love myself more so at the time I can also give someone that love? This is kind of something I talked about in my last video, but I feel like there's no right or wrong way to love you. So something I do is just continue to be of support to yourself. Treat yourself like you're in a relationship with yourself. I'll say daily affirmations. Every single day you wake up, and every single time before you go to bed, to tell yourself you love you, and that you care for you, and that you are worthy, and that you are valuable, that you deserve everything great and beautiful that this life has to offer. Maybe even if it's going out on dates with yourself, you know, doing some of your favorite hobbies, going on a walk. For me, it's going to the basketball court and shooting some hoops sometimes, or listening to music. That can be dancing. Anything that makes you feel better about yourself and more secure within yourself, then that's an acceptable form of self-love. I feel like in terms of trying to love yourself more before it's loving somebody else, you have to see your own value and worth. That's the biggest thing, to see your own value and worth, to think you are beautiful, to think you are worthy of the best. Because you are. Because you're here. So why wouldn't you be? What makes you different from anybody else who is quote unquote more worthy than you? We're all worthy of great things and beautiful things in life. So it's just to believe more in you and give yourself more of the validation, the care, and the love that you may seek from the external world. All right, next question. What was one of the most difficult things for you to overcome, except mentally? That's a good question. I think one of the biggest things I had to overcome and accept, trying to accept myself and to believe that I am worthy of my own self-love, and to not look for any reasons externally to love myself. I mean, this has a lot to do with issues with my dad that I've had to overcome in my early adulthood. And as of recently, I had to learn to give myself more of a break, to learn to be more kind to myself. Y'all know how I talk about how I would work out in the gym really, really hard, and I feel like I just wouldn't give myself a break or a rest. Like I would be crashing out of the gym, like all that. Yeah, that stems from the lack of love I had for myself, to be like, you're okay. Like you did enough. It was like when I was working out so hard and others would be like, okay, Zion, you need to chill. Like you're doing too much. I would think they don't know what they're talking about. They don't understand. And it's like while I was sinking, I thought I was swimming. And everybody's trying to tell me you're drowning, you're drowning, you're drowning. But I couldn't see that because I was too deep in. I was way too deep in. It had a great impact on me and the way I saw myself. If I didn't do a workout to completion, or if I didn't meet my own absurd expectations, I would allow that to have an effect and have some sort of significance over my own character and who I am as a person, when that just shouldn't have been the case. And so now I'm in the process of just taking it more easier on myself, telling myself I love me, I'm proud of me, I've come far in whatever I'm doing, because what I was doing before, it was too extreme, it was too unnecessary, it was too much. And so yeah, just now choosing to give myself love before I complete any activity, complete any workout, and telling myself I'm proud of me, I'm proud of what you're doing, I'm proud for even showing up to the gym and just showing up today in life. Like instilling that within me, it gives me some sort of supportive backbone, regardless of what the outcome of the workout is. I know I'm supported by myself, that I gave myself that room to underperform, but still have love for myself still. But I think that's one of the hardest things I've had to overcome. All right, but next question, what kind of music do you like? I listen to everything. I know that might be an answer that everybody gives, but I genuinely listen to everything, except maybe country. Country's it gotta be good. It gotta be some good shit, I ain't gonna lie. But I listen to 90s R&B, 2000s R&B, Motown music, like Marvin Gaye, Smokey Robinson. Y'all youngins that probably don't even know who that is. Y'all might know Marvin Gaye, but Smokey Robinson, nah, y'all don't know about that. Cap. But I listen to a lot of 90s rap, like A Tribe Called Quest. I listen to Erykah Badu, Lauryn Hill, neo soul, like that whole thing. That's my shit, really. Neo soul. I love neo soul music so much. Might be one of my favorite genres. I just love music that makes you feel good about yourself. I love that type of music. It makes you feel more alive in a sense. Like, I don't even listen to mainstream music like that. Not really. It doesn't really provide me with a sense of happiness. Not as much in comparison to neo soul or Marvin Gaye type music. So yeah, that's my type of music. And I gotta get way more posters and way more vinyls. I have 0 vinyls, by the way. I need vinyls, like bad. So I'm gonna get that pretty soon, pretty soon. But yeah. Last question. Where do you see yourself after a certain amount of years? Even though you may want to achieve something, but you don't know what life will throw at you. Well, I mean, that's the beauty of life. That's the beauty of life. I don't know. I don't know where I'll be. I don't know what life has in store for me, but my goal and what I know I will continue to do is to keep being of service to people at the highest level. Just really doing anything I can to help people. You know, whatever life throws at me is whatever life throws at me. It's either a lesson or a blessing. And the lesson can be really all in your perspective. So can the blessing as well. You know, it can be something you may not have wanted, but it's something you needed. So I see myself helping people become a better version of themselves. I see myself in the future creating, I would say maybe films, maybe editing films as well, because I really love editing. Creating and serving, that's what I see myself doing in the future. And I don't know what that looks like, but I just know that's what I want to do. So whatever the future throws at me is whatever the future throws at me, but it's not gonna stop me from doing what I love, because I know I'm here for greater. I know I'm here for a purpose, and I gotta fulfill that purpose. Anything that may try to get in the way of my mission is just meant to push me forward in a sense, not derail me off my path. Any obstacle that life throws your way, you have to see it as an opportunity to grow. I see it as God is challenging me. God is challenging me to see how I will prevail against this certain obstacle, and how will I overcome it. So how will you overcome it? He just tried to see if you could handle all this extra potholes in the road, if you can maneuver through them and still have a positive perspective throughout what may have been unfortunate, to still smile through it all. So I think that was it for the questions. If y'all want me to maybe do like a part 2, I can maybe do that for y'all. I got that. But yeah, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for tuning in. And stay blessed, stay easy. All right. Peace.